What's the difference between a condominium and a tenancy in common, TIC? Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, comment, share, and help us out by giving some feedback. My name is Joe Polyak, local San Francisco Bay Area real estate agent with Rise Homes, and I make these videos for you if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate here in the San Francisco Bay Area, so I hope you find this valuable. So if you are shopping for a home in San Francisco, you're gonna notice that we have condominiums, and we also have tenancy in commons, or otherwise known as TICs. Now, these aren't super common, or in fact, they're pretty rare all over the country, but San Francisco, they are actually pretty common. So what are they? A condominium is just basically an apartment unit in a larger building where you own what's inside of your walls. You own, it's deeded to you, that you own that exact unit. So let's say, for example, you're in a 4-story building, there's 74 units, and you have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square foot unit. That is owned by you. It's on the county records that owned by you. It has its own APN number, assessor parcel number, so that's deeded to you. You can get a standard loan on that. Any bank and most banks will give you just a standard conventional or jumbo loan on that property. Now, how is that different from my TIC, which is pretty common to see in San Francisco? TICs came about because in San Francisco, we have a lot of smaller buildings like 2-unit, 3-unit flats, 6-unit buildings, and 12-unit buildings, and things like that. Our prices are pretty expensive. To buy a 6-unit building or to buy a 3-unit building is pretty expensive. It can go anywhere up to, above 1.5, 2 million, 3 million, $4 million plus. So because there's such a limited pool of buyers who are willing to buy such a large building, one creative way that we have figured out in San Francisco is to split these up and allow people to have a percentage ownership of a building. So one specific example is, let's say, a 2-unit building, a duplex in San Francisco, and they're equal floor plans. Let's say the building itself is 3 stories, and you have a 2-car garage and a foyer area, and then a backyard behind the garage. The second floor is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot unit. The third floor is the second identical floor plan as the second floor, also 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot unit. Now, what somebody can do is they can sell the whole building, and let's say the market value of the entire building is $2.5 million. Well, what they can also do is create a TIC agreement, a tenancy in common agreement, which a local attorney can draft up for you, which basically states that one person can own 46% of the building with rights to use their specific unit, and partial use of the garage and the backyard, where the other person owns a 54% share of the building and more rights to use the garage and the backyard because they're closer to it. Something like that is pretty common. And so the reason why TICs tend to be a little bit cheaper than condominiums, all else being equal, because most banks will not give a loan, a conventional or even a jumbo loan, on a TIC ownership. And so what does that mean? That if you are looking to buy 54% ownership of a building, you have to go to a limited number of banks. There's a couple of small banks that specialize in these loans, but generally they require a higher down payment, interest rates are a little bit higher, and closing costs are a little bit higher. Due to that, because you don't actually own your individual unit, you instead own a percentage of the building, that causes the price of the property to be a little bit lower. Now, what I won't go into here is the condominium conversion process in San Francisco, but what a lot of people have done in the past is they would split the units up into TICs. They would split a multi-unit building, 2-unit, 4-unit, etc., into tenancy in commons, and then they would go through the condominium conversion process in San Francisco. This process is constantly changing and it's very difficult, and so I'm not going to talk about the details because this is more for a condominium conversion specializing attorney attorney to handle, but that is an advantage that some people would utilize when buying a TIC rather than a condominium, because they can buy the TIC for a little bit less, pay for a condominium conversion, go through the process, and then it would instantly overnight be worth more. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you found it valuable. I'd really like if you think I left something out that's pretty important, which is very possible. I really welcome the feedback, and I would love for you to contact me. But also don't forget to comment, share, like this post, like this video, because it really helps the algorithm on YouTube and all the other websites if you engage with it. Again, my name is Joe Polyak, local San Francisco Bay Area real estate agent with Rise Homes. You can reach me at 415-595-2647 or email me at joe@homesbyrise.com.